Hey, Shalom. 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 First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, as well as the men that taught them, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing his word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. And share the screen. There's a couple brothers from the Great Millstone Houston camp. I'm the brother Korah Abad. And as always, we got the beloved brother Tazapai as well. And the Wadi Bashim Awashai for blessing us with another opportunity to come bring forth this news, another chance, and which is a form of mercy, that he allowing us to even give this sacrifice. Which you got the apostles, elders, brothers hitting on the news daily, man. And you know what? I was watching a video today from the Elder Manatas Akbar, and what he was saying is that when you look around in the nation of Israel, those of us who know we Israelites, nobody really, no camps, nobody really serious right now. Nobody serious right now. The only people serious and focus on what's really going on, starting with the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, man, and those who believe in this doctrine and follow the spirit of this body, man. Because we're in some serious times right now, and a lot of people don't see it, because they trying to break down, instead of getting the breakdowns, they trying to break down Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl performance. You see, some nonsense. While a digital system is being formed around you, and it's beautiful because Esau ain't hiding no more. So like, Elder Tazapah got a precept, but before I get it, the floor is yours if you got anything.
Yeah, hey, I just say, just to add with what you're saying, hey, we even said it last week. Hey, we here, we in the shit. And as this lesson gonna, develop, hopefully people will see we even deeper in it than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they got everything in place, and it's about to be all systems go, But yeah, see, the good part is we're here. But the bad part is we're here. So that's the bittersweet of it, It's like what's that? Second Ezra chapter 6.
You want me to get it for you?
Yeah, or 7. Second Ezra, it's chapter 7. Well, you can bring either. You can get your precept.
Oh, no, I'll read this for you. I'll get mine after. I'll read it for you, or unless you. This second Ezra,
Okay.
you got it.
Right. No, I was writing 6 by going through that straight, that fire.
Oh, kind.
Mm-hmm. That's what we had. We about to have to walk through it.
I got you.
So yeah. Right. Yep. Right there. You started 6.
Kind. This second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 6. It says, "There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water."
Right. So it's going into the way you get into the kingdom, that straight gate that Yahweh Shah mentioned, Matthew 7 and 13. So Salak, you're right. That is 2 Ezra 7 and 6. So it's saying that it's going to be a difficult way. It's going to be narrow, meaning, again, straight as a position of difficulty. Straits. All right. That's why I say it's set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, which is the trials and tribulations, which we're about to have to go through. All right. And the deep water, and on the left, a deep water, which is the doctrines, ideologies, and philosophies that they got out here, man. And it's deep. It really is deep. Esau, just like this U.S. aid thing, man, this Esau's wine is deep, and when you start getting into the Catholicism and all of that, It's easy to get tripped up out here, caught up. So this is what the scripture uh, uh, is talking about. So, we at this point where we have to go through this straight, and it is serious. All right. Everybody should be in all gravity right now, seeing the times that we're in, because we're in the judgment of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And it's a scary place to be, you know. But yeah, brother, you got it.
Khan, that's it. I got a quick one, and we can get into this news. And Shalom to Akim Akwath, or in his Zaquanium that may be tuning in. Yahweh Shem Brakathum. I got a real quick precept just to show when those times, man, and the Lord is allowing Esau. I ain't even giving no Esau no respect. The Lord is using Esau to prepare Jacob's trouble, to prepare a digital system, and it's being now it's not implemented as far as it's mandated. But the thing is, they set, and it's so beautiful to see. And that's what other times apart, you kind of, got a little excited before the lesson. You was like, man, we've been prophesying about this for years. Start, with the elders, apostles, elders. But we finally seen these things play out, though. Like they actually plan out.
Yeah.
We're seeing the steps that's going to lead to Revelation 13 being fulfilled, man. And it's amazing. But this Ezekiel chapter 21 and verse 8, it says, again, the word, now, just to give it some background, this Ezekiel, he prophesying to mainly the southern kingdom, because at this point, the northern kingdom was already, they went to Assyrian captivity and came over here to Americas. But Ezekiel prophesying to the Israelites right here. And what he telling them is, look, the Babylonians about to come down on y'all. You see? And what's the modern Babylon? America. He said, look, they about to come down. They're going to bring troops and all that. They are preparing themselves right now. Right? It's Ezekiel 28, 21 and 8. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. Now, going back to ancient war, right? Before you went to war, what you went do? You took your sword or whatever weapon you had to a blacksmith so he can sharpen that thing up. Just like today, before people go shoot or something, they go buy guns, right? Well, in ancient times, you went get your sword sharpened to prepare you to fight. You see? So you can use it. Well, right here, the Lord saying he's sharpening the sword. For what? It says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth? And so still we coming into a time like never before. Are we in a time for games, partying, and BS? Doing Israelite skits on TikTok or whatever. Of course I'm an Israelite. I wear my zits. You see, Jake playing. Jake they don't consider the seriousness of what's going on. But as we about to read, the Lord is using the slayer or Esau to prepare Jacob's trouble. And as we're going to touch on in the context of this lesson, he's using Esau to set the foundation and the infrastructure to bring forth the last one of the two of the last major prophecies, and that's the MOTB. So it says, shall we then make mirth? Right. It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. That's the point I want. And he have given it, so the Heavenly Father have given this ability to prepare death in the earth, or digital system, right? Concentration camps, famine, because it's engineered famines. All these things are being prepared for Jacob's trouble. So the Lord allowing Esau to do it. It says, and he have given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. And that's where we at. That's where we at. Back then it was ancient Babylon with Nebuchadnezzar and them. Now we seeing the Lord allowing Esau to sharpen that. It ain't an ancient sword. But how, saying it's not an ancient sword, how is he sharpening to go to war? Laws, legislation to take away free speech. Again, the
drills, exercises, getting ready, prepared. Brother's been going into the NLE 15, which was in preparation for now. And that's what I wanted to go back to, roughly 2015, 2014, which we've been saying that this is for at least a decade. We've been prophesying about this MOTB, and it's here. And ain't nobody saying, yeah, Great Millstone was right and getting serious. Yeah, like you say, they playing. They play. I'm gonna read this real quick, and you got it. This Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 11. It says, "And for this cause, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai shall send them strong delusions that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned, who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness." But what we telling them, hey, the name is this. They played with that. That's unrighteousness. They took pleasure in it. We give them the correct breakdowns, you know, and then it may take them years if they even come around to the understanding. It may take them years, and then they still won't say, hey, well, Great Millstone was right. Well, this is one time that Great Millstone is right, and it's just not going to be in doctrine alone.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be in practice, you know. Esau, he finna swing that sword. Going back to Psalm 17, where the scriptures say, he buried not the sword in vain.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, right?
Hey, Con,
That
Elder
was
Tyler
it.
Power. It's like, what'd you say?
Yeah, no, I say that was it. What you got?
Now, remember last week, just to show Esau know that he was blessed with this situation that he's in right now. Remember what about 2 weeks ago at the Tuesday camp, we was going into Wisdom of Solomon, the second chapter. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it real quick and we'll get into the news real quick. But what's one thing that Esau said right here? Because remember, he was talking about that since we rule the earth. Now, for the brothers or sisters who might not know the context of this chapter, is going into the wicked, talking amongst themselves, the leaders of the earth. And
yeah, let's get these scriptures too, brothers. Shit, let's bring these scriptures out. I want to go back to Second Ezra 7. We ain't finishing that, but yeah, go ahead, take your time, bring it out.
Bring it out. I'm gonna pull that back up. But
Yes,
just to give a context that y'all might not know. So this the wicked, the elites talking amongst themselves in a meeting, right? These like those Psalms 83 meetings. These like as they have it now, they got an AI summit. They have a world global summit, right? Which all of the world leaders meet together to talk about what we gonna do, how we gonna pattern life from here on out. So what they going into right here is like, look, we ruling. We've been blessed with all this. Make sure we live it up. And that's also what Esau doing. Make sure we live it up. We have the best land, the best wine, the best clothes. We'll crown ourselves. But also, let's make sure we oppress these poor people. Now, just to show they talk about us in these meetings, summits they have, because it was going into what the prophets be saying. But the point I wanted to get is that Esau know that he was given his opportunity to rule. That's why Revelation 12 and 12, he know he got a short time. He ain't trying to lose this. I want to get this real quick. This is the spirit they in. And I just want to, they know they're empowering and they know what's up. They know the precepts and prophecies just like we do. Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 8. This is what they said. This is what they say. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. And it's the point, verse 9. And this whole chapter is a fire read. This what they also say. And let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. This is the point. For this is our portion and our lot in this. Esau know he was given the earth according to Genesis 27. We ain't the only ones that know that. The elites know it too. They know they was given the earth by prophecy, man, by a promise from Isaac to Esau. They know they was given a sword. That's why they about to use it. And now that they see it's fastly approaching to the end of their blessing, they about to go all out. And I don't think Jake understand that. I don't think Jake understand that. Esau about to go all out, man. All the Fumbaruskis, the trick plays, the digital system, all that. We about to see that because he know his portion about to be lost. But that's pretty much it on the ties upon that. I just want to get that.
Yeah, that's kind. Your pop. So yeah, just pick up verse 8.
Con. This second Ezra chapter 7 again and verse 8, it says, and only one path between them both, even between a fire and a water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
Right. You're going to have to do your own work. That's what it's saying. You got to do your own work to make it. So you're going to have to walk yourself. And, you get help in your walk, but ultimately it's going to have to be your walk. You got it.
Con. You want to continue?
Yeah. is the point coming up.
Verse 9. Second Ezra 7 and 9, it says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
And that's it. That's the bittersweet I was speaking about. We got to go through that danger set before it first. Well, we're at this danger. You know, you don't play in the face of danger. You know, you get serious, you rise to the challenge, you work your all available options to try to get out of that danger. All right. And all available options are these scriptures, you know, and Jake playing with, with that salvation. But yeah, that was it. You got it.
So with that, we'll hop into this. We got a couple articles and a couple videos. So we'll hop into it. As you see from the title, it says Doge is going digital, or Doge going digital. Now we know Doge is a new department within the American government that was started by Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is the leader of it. And it's cold because even when you go into the word Doge, we'll get in a few. I'm gonna read this real quick. It says Doge. Doge as a proposed government agency. Doge may also refer to the proposed, this is what it means, Department of Government Efficiency, a cost-cutting initiative proposed by Donald Trump. Now check this out. The proposed agency would be led, keyword led, by Elon Musk. Doge. Now, as we know, Elon coming in, he got a demon on him. He coming in, he called himself Dark MAGA, but him and Trump coming out swinging, right? So Elon Musk is I don't want to say he the head, well, he the lead of it. But you also have these other tech giants who also following along. But the purpose of Trump and them setting up this department, as you see, and we'll touch on the article here in a few after we get this definition, but what they want to do, as they say, cost cutting, right? They cutting a lot of departments within the government out. And it's not just that they want to save money, make the the way of doing things in America more efficient. No, what they doing is they getting rid of the old way of doing things, right? As I say in Second Ezra 15, they're getting rid of the legitimate government that's been set in place, and now they're coming with a new thing, and that new thing will be a digital system.
And what did we break down last week? They're using the Trump card to do it. Mm-hmm. They're getting ready to change everything up. They need a charismatic leader. That's the only reason Trump is in there. Now, it's funny you say that about Elon, because it's looking like Elon outranks Trump in the demonic hierarchy. Trump might be sitting as the figurehead, over this corporation, but yeah, Elon might be over Trump, in the demonic ranks. But that's just me speaking. But that's why the scripture tells us we battle not against flesh and blood, but against these powers and principalities. All right. Yeah, the U.S. has always been run by principalities. Bush, Reagan and Bush. Bush was Bush was calling the shots, talking about Daddy Bush. With H.W. Herbert Walker. He was telling Reagan what to do. So they do that sometimes. And that's the old trick. They showed that in Batman, The Dark Knight. The real power hides and put up figureheads. But yeah, I'm just thinking, go ahead.
Nah, that's it, because I was trying to find a clip. I don't know if everybody's seen that. Sister seen that. Now it's somewhere in this clip. This is just a whole hour-long thing, but it's been coming out, and it's like little excerpts of this whole video to where Elon Musk, little demon son, he told Trump. He told Trump. He looked at Trump and said, "Shut your mouth, shut your mouth." And then he backdoored and said, "Shut your mouth. You're not, he said, you're not the president, go away. You see? You ain't come on, and again, as everybody's saying, you think he heard that at the playground?
He
You think
groomed for that. They groom they groom from a child. So yeah, he already know his rank. He been told, yeah, you over Trump. So that's a good point.
I'm gonna find I should have had it up. But I mean, brothers could look forward. Let me see. Let me see. Is it if it check it
And
out.
don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Musk is the top guy. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he might outrank Trump.
Come. I'll play it real quick. And I still want to get that definition of Doge because it go into a
Yeah,
lead.
you got to get that.
Real
Con.
quick. Now check this out. So we know Doge is department, as they say, of government efficiency. But when you go into DOGE, the definition says it's cold. Man, it says Doge, chief magistrate of the old republics, right? Of Venice and Genoa. But the point is a Doge in a noun form is a chief magistrate. Or right here, what he line? He the leader of Doge. And again, they go be the ones who go bringing this, or for context sake, they go be the ones leading the digital system being brought to America. And it started with Elon Musk, and he called himself Dark Matter. Even that, like, Trump hat's known for being red, white with the blue. He all black. You see, I feel it's even a message there. But right, and I want to get this word magistrate, right? So it come from the root word diuk, which is to lead, to pull, to drag, to draw, right? And that's what we seeing. But let's go to this word magistrate real quick. It just says a civil officer or lay judge who administers the law, especially one who conducts a court that deals with minor offenses and hold preliminary hearings for more serious offenses. And that's also what Elon Musk plan right here. He the chief magistrate on what's going on. Now Trump the face, Trump the face, and it might not even Elon might just be a face too, but it's happening is the point. I'll play this quick video with Elon's son.
Is to restore democracy. Prices from one year to the next are the same, and
Trump looking like, shut up, little nigga. Where your mom at?
Yeah. Trump looked like he wanted to whoop his ass.
Hey, like you messed up my fort. On baby boy, F your fort, little nigga.
Con.
So
yeah. Prices from one year to the next are the same, and they're
man, nah, come on, Tazapah. He ain't just get that from anywhere though, and like he looking Trump in his face and telling him, "You ain't the president. I want you to shut your mouth." You don't think he overheard his father saying Trump need to shut? I'm just extrapolating, right? But come on, man.
Exactly. And
he
he probably told him, yeah, he ain't running shit, And so yeah, children repeat what they hear or what they're taught. I got this for you. No, you got that Doge.
I want to find a spot when he said, "You ain't the president, go away." I don't think it's this one, but here it is. So check this out.
Is to restore democracy. Okay, we'd have to if you. Sorry.
It said, how many of you want to bet that Elon's son learned Trump is not the president from Musk himself? Right. So Doge, the Lord is using Doge to bring in a digital system. You got what you had at the Tazapah?
Oh yeah, Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart. And by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. All right. And this is in reference to Antiochus IV Epiphanes. But it applies, I mean, did not that sound like I'm reading about Trump? It applies because these are the same people. The Greeks were Edomites. All right. You see Trump, Musk, his old cabinet, who they got? Bezos, these other guys
Sam
that they got.
Altman.
Yeah, they for the most part, the majority of them are Edomites. All right. So yeah, and they excel in craft and they cause craft to prosper. They push it on you. And you unwittingly participate in their rituals and just like the Super Bowl. And like you say, cats, which ain't nothing wrong with it if you're doing it in the right spirit, but you know, these cats doing the breakdowns, you just giving more energy to the ritual. These people are performing rituals, all right? They don't give a damn about you being entertained. They're entertaining you. That very word means distraction. They're distracting you from something, and then at the same time getting you involved in something, unbeknownst to you. But go ahead,
And as we know, MAGA means witchcraft. So you got
and then
MAGA,
they
you
got
got
the
Doge.
MAGA. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
And I was about to say, so you got MAGA, you got Doge, you got Elon, you got Trump. It's digital disaster. That's a title right there, digital disaster. But we can move on. So as you see now that we got what's the definition of Doge, and as we've been seeing, what's been a month and some weeks since they've been in office. And I'm saying they because as you see, Elon looking like he, shimmying his way up in there as the spirit of Esau is. But now that they in there, as we've been seeing on the news, they cutting a lot of other government agencies, and they say it's for the efficiency of America to make things better and to save money. But no, they taking out the old system, taking jobs away, and that's another thing. They go take jobs away. Life will become even more harder. So therefore, when people not working and people suffering, they go come with a UBI, a digital system, a digital stimulus check. But we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. So let's read this real quick. I won't jump the gun because we got a video we want to play for y'all. And shout out to Del Dariala. I know he did a video and it did some good info. Some good info. We gonna play the whole video if it be the Lord will. So if y'all can stick around, we gonna play it here in a few. Fire, and it's gonna hit the nail. Like you said, the icing on the cake. You see, or the cherry on top. Because as we gonna build up to see what Doge is doing, and ultimately what's the end game. What's the end game? What is going to lead to? You about to say something, Other Tazapar?
No, you got it.
So I read this quick article. It's from theguardian.com, and this came out February 13th, today, 2025, fresh off the presses at 11:51. It says Trump and Musk launch mass layoffs at several U.S. federal agencies. It says termination notices sent. And I'm not going to read the whole article. All the articles and vids in the description box. It says termination notices sent to Department of Education and CFPB as Musk pushes to delete entire agencies. I want to get this real quick. We always get it. 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 15 in the GNT. I'm going to get 16. There will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control. We seeing Trump and Doge them coming in, the American government trying to gain control while doing what? While ignoring the legitimate government. The legitimate government is things that's been set up for years. You see? Things that's been on the books. So they come in and say, we ain't doing that no more. So it says, going back to this, mass layoffs has begun at several U.S. agencies as Donald Trump and Elon Musk launched an unprecedented large-scale plan to slash the federal workforce with the stated goal of cutting costs and boosting efficiency. It says the agency finds that you are not fit for continued. Well, they sent them a termination notice, and this is what it said. The agency finds that you are not fit for continued employment because your ability, knowledge, and skills do not fit the current needs. We don't need you no more. We're going digital. Mm-hmm. And your performance has not been adequate to justify further employment with the agency. It says, according to the letter sent to at least 45 probationary employees at SBA. And it goes on. We ain't gonna read the whole article, but I just want to, we want to get this to show they coming in and they changing things. They moving away from the old government. And they put it in people's minds that they could just lay off people like that and do what they want to do. That's another gradual tactic that Esau using right here. If they cutting and laying off federal workers, how much more these little average everyday Walmart, McDonald's and whatever it be, workers.
Yep. Reformation. That's right.
And I read this
Everything
last
getting downsized. They don't need, they don't. But yeah, in their mind, they don't need humans anymore. It's funny to imagine that type of pride, But yeah, go ahead.
Come and read this last part and we can move on. Because you know how Trump, as soon as he got put in office, he had to FaceTime the world leaders. Elon did the same thing. It says Musk made the last suggestion on a video call to the world governments in summit. So like to the world governments summit in Dubai. Right now they're having a world government summit. It says in response to a question about what changes he planned to execute under Donald Trump. And it says, this is what he said, I think we do need to delete entire agencies as opposed to leave part of them behind. If you don't remove the roots of the weed, then it is easy for the weed to grow back. But if you remove the roots of the weed, it doesn't stop weeds from ever growing back, but it makes it much harder. In other words, he's saying we about to get all this shit out the way. All of it out the way. And it says Musk's appearance, this it, we can move on. Musk's appearance at the summit comes as his so-called Department of Government Efficiency or Doge has implemented widespread cuts across the federal government, firing people and demanding resignations and layoffs. You had anything on that one, Tazapar?
No, you good.
Okay, kind. So this next one, I'm gonna get this next one. We can get into these videos. I'm excited for these videos, mainly one video, but just building a foundation to see what this Doge is set up for, though. So I'm gonna go to this one. It's from NPR.com. The title says, with a new home for Doge in the White House, here's what you need to know. Now, this was a month ago, January 29, 2025. And I just want to get to one main point. We know that. Here it is. It's what I want. You know what? I'm going to just start up here. It says, on his first day in office, Trump signed an executive order that renames the little known but highly respected United States Digital Service Office as the United States Doge Service, referring to the Department of Government Efficiency, an effort helmed by the tech billionaire and Trump ally Elon Musk. Now, what is this Doge set up to do? It's about to tell us right here, and we'll get into these videos. It says, in contrast to the initial announcement of Doge, focus on federal spending, the workforce, and technology infrastructure from outside the government. One more time. What is the Doge purpose? Technology infrastructure from outside the government. That's what they're here for. I'm gonna read
they tell you if you look.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just like that video you got. They tell you if you look.
Who I heard say that? What's it? El Yashawamba. So he dropped a video about an hour or two ago, and he was it El? I think it was El Ariala, but he was saying how times change now. Back then, it was El Ariala. He said back then, Esau, he may say something. I forget which one it was, but he said Esau may say something, but it could be like he'll use a big word, or he'll speak in code, to the other world leaders or Edomites. Now they're just coming out saying, we about to start a digital system and everybody got to get with it. They ain't putting shit in Slack. They ain't putting stuff in code no more. Why? Because he got a short time. He ain't got time to play no more. He telling you what it is. He ain't got time to make a movie again and give, and that's the way of him telling you. No, he just going to tell you. We're going to have a meeting. I'm going to tell you what it is and what you going to do about it. That's the spirit Esau in right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, additionally, I'm gonna read this too. The order also moves the USDS from the Office of Management and Budget to the Executive Office of the President and directs each federal agency to create a Doge team that may include a team leader, engineer, human resource specialist, and attorney to help facilitate Trump's Doge agenda. And this is the last part. Additionally, the USDS office is tasked with software modernization initiative to update software, network, and IT infrastructure across the federal government. They setting up the system around you, man. There's still a lot of unknown about Doge, but there's now more insight what it may look like moving forward. And this last video we're gonna play is gonna hit on that. Before we get into these videos, Elder Tyler Pod, do you have anything?
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
So we're gonna play this quick video from Sam Altman. Now, before we play this video right here of Sam Altman, I want to let Trump introduce him. I'm gonna let Trump introduce him. You know, and shout out to the brothers in Dallas, Eyes of my wife, and the brother of Matthew. I seen them going into this video last night. And so, you know, the water to them brothers. But let's see who Sam Altman is. Now, let's play this quick video of Trump. This is when Trump first got in office, and he announced the $500 billion Stargate project, right, to set up the AI and digital infrastructure in America. Now, it's not just Elon, you know, the tech guy and the billionaire. You also have a lot of other people in Trump corner who's tech guys and billionaires. That's why he in office, Trump in office, and that's why the people are behind him for this very purpose, man. I'm gonna speed it up.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Nice to see you. Some very familiar faces. Well, thank you very much, and it's an honor to be here today. We have first full day as president. We're back, and we had a great first term, but we're going to have an even better second term, and I think we're going to do things that people would be shocked at. We're starting off with tremendous investment coming into our country at levels that nobody's really ever seen before, and they're very happy with the fact that I won the race and that they feel confident in their investments, and it's big money and high quality people.
I ain't never catch that. He said, I won a race and they feel confident in their investment. See, they invested in Trump getting back in office.
Right.
So my first day back.
Put that back one more time. They invested in this man. And remember how excited the world government leaders was? They're like, yeah, we finally got the man to start the shit in America now. And it's him, a charismatic leader.
Happy with the fact that I won the race and that they feel confident in their investments, and it's big money and high quality people. So my first day back from having a nice life.
Did you know that you can have permanent teeth in just 24 hours? That's right. Only 24 hours and your new smile is ready.
Get your ass up.
It's my honor to welcome three of the world's leading technology CEOs.
Listen to this. I'm going to play it back. It is his honor to welcome
high quality people. So my first day back from having a nice life, it's my honor to welcome three of the world's leading technology CEOs. And
I ain't gonna stop it. The world leading technology CEOs. Why is all these people in tech and with money coming behind Trump?
In the case of Larry Ellison, it's well beyond technology. He's sort of CEO of everything. He's an amazing man, an amazing business person. But to announce the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history, and it's all taking place right here in America. As you know, there's great competition for AI and other things, and they're coming in at the highest level. We're joined by Oracle Executive Chairman Larry Ellison, SoftBank CEO, my friend Masa Yoshi's son, and CEO of OpenAI, and I would say the by far the leading expert based on everything I read, Sam Altman. So
you got these different programs with AI, and I'm gonna stop right there. That's it on that one. I just want Trump to introduce them. You have these digital tech giants and billionaires backing Trump. Why? Because this is the time they going, bro. It's time. It's
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's time. Revelation 13 is here. Like it's living. It's speaking. It's speaking, man. And Jake
Speaking.
don't speak. You got to advertise Apostle like.
No, go ahead.
Now, not just Jake, but Americans don't see it. Like, people don't see what's really happening. And then Trump faking it like, yeah, we got to race China. No, you ain't racing China. That's just the excuse for dumbass Americans to say, yeah, we need to beat China in AI. No, man. Literally, the system.
Yeah, that's just to create the facade, you know, so they can get that ball rolling.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had caught that the first time when that clip first came out. Trump said that, you know, the investors were investing again, or, you know, however he worded it. But right, the point is that, yeah, they all in the know. And they all got money tied up into this technical infrastructure. It's just like, you know, which is it's illegal. I'm sure somewhere in the Constitution, I'm not a constitutional scholar, but somewhere in the law, I'm sure it's illegal. But you working with Elon Musk, but he just got awarded. Well, he got a contract for the that SpaceX, I believe. But now he just got a $1 million something contract for armored Tesla trucks.
Yep.
So now he just getting granted all of this government money, and he's not even elected. This dude is appointed, and now his company is making all of this money. It's the same shit Nancy Pelosi was doing, the insider trading, and all of this shit is still going on. Trump, campaigned on draining the swamp. Now nobody's talking about that, especially not MAGA. They just so happy to have Trump back. But Trump is a renegger. He's a renegger. There ain't nobody talking about draining the swamp. He bringing his own personal swamp in.
Mm-hmm.
He getting rid of the old swamp, but bringing in his own swamp. It's more the same, but it's just it's technological. But it's more the same. All them people getting paid, bro. They said over during COVID, the shutdowns, these same motherfuckers all collectively from you know, who them people? Like, you know, Johnson and Johnson, them folks, and everybody else that's in the know came up over $3 trillion. And that's a nice little pie to divide. Even when you talk about you got thousands of people to divide it amongst, 3 trillion goes a long way. So they just making money on top of money on top of money at our expense, and niggas still think it's all good out here. Man, go ahead.
Yeah, I just seen this article and a couple other ones. It says they pausing the plans on that right now for the armored trucks. But it's true though. It's true what you said, but it just pausing it, you know, right now. So they
Okay,
said,
they
hey,
pausing it. Okay, just like they paused the tariffs.
right.
They just had something right now before we started on the tariffs. Trump put out an executive order, but I didn't have time to go into it. But yeah, you got it out.
So we got 2 more videos left. This one right here, a 3-minute video, and this next video we're gonna play the whole team. It's 31 minutes. But man, I was about to say something just to back up your point, Elder Taza Power. Lord willing, it come back.
And we play you say the whole thing.
Well, you know, we could, because the whole video fire though, you know. But we'll see. But I'll play this one right here. Says Sam Altman. It's just to show even these tech giants, they happy that Trump and Doge is in office right now, because now they can continue on with the digital infrastructure plans and eventually bringing the C-HIP to a world stage, man. So this is Sam Altman from OpenAI, and this is what he got to say about Trump.
How's it been working with President Trump?
He loves infrastructure.
Cool.
Was that the pitch? You talked about infrastructure rather than tech.
Well, I mean, they're sort of the same. We have been trying to figure out how to do this giant infrastructure project.
They've been trying to figure out how we're gonna do it here in America. I think here in over there in San Francisco, right, with the Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0. But he said we've been trying for a long time to see how we can get this digital infrastructure started. He mainly talking about in America. Now he's saying Trump bought a breath of him and Doge bought a breath of fresh air because they fully with what we with.
How's it been working with President Trump?
He loves infrastructure.
Cool.
Was that the pitch? You talked about infrastructure rather than tech.
Well, I mean, they're sort of the same. We have been trying to figure out how to do this giant infrastructure project in the US for a while. I would like, for many reasons, I would like AGI to be trained in the US. And the tech and infrastructure for this are inseparable. Like, to be able to do the tech, you need to have this giant infrastructure project.
In order to do the tech, you have to have a digital infrastructure. In order to bring this digital world that we want, life got to change. The buildings around us, as far as the everyday operation got to change. People lifestyles got to change. But in order for us to start this new digital system, we have to change this old infrastructure. And that's what we seeing with Trump and Doge, his administration, and the people who backing him. They finally about to start this digital system. And again, it ain't going to take long. And one thing the Yuval going to say right here on his video, Yuval Noah Harari, that demon, he going to say, man, my thoughts slipping me. So I'm gonna just finish playing this a little bit.
And it had felt like we weren't going to get it done. And I think President Trump had this are inseparable. Like, to be able to do the tech, you need to have this giant infrastructure project. And it had felt like we weren't going to get it done. And I think President Trump has such a different opinion on building things and permits and power and manufacturing in the US.
How was it working? Was the Biden administration constructive or destructive to AI and tech?
Not easy on the infrastructure front. There were some other good things, but they were certainly not like, I'll give you whatever permits you need to build big data centers. Destructive in that way.
Right.
And why did you decide to give money to his inauguration? Because you haven't always agreed with him in the past.
Of course not, but I didn't agree with all with Biden in the past. I mean, this whole thing, that whole thing that you have to like agree with everything a politician says or nothing, like, I think that doesn't make sense. There were, if you pick any of the recent American presidents, there were some things I really liked about all of them and some things I really didn't like about all of them.
But it has felt like a vibe shift in Silicon Valley. And Danny, you've written about this quite extensively.
Yeah. Can you talk about that? Like, because I mean, all the techies were there. Everybody's giving to his inauguration fund. All these companies are settling with.
Everybody giving to his inauguration fund.
All these companies are settling with him, paying lots of money to the presidential library fund, et cetera. It is a
vibe shift for sure. I think part of it is the last administration was so. The word that came to mind was hostile. I think that's a little bit too strong, but they were not friendly to tech or business or kind of anything that I would view as constructive and like, and so we all kind of like, it's a very welcome breath of fresh air.
Right. Are you guys all in a group chat being like, oh, this is great?
I don't think exactly that, but people are like, hey, this is like,
right.
This will be, maybe we can like build a lot in the US now.
Right.
I think there's huge excitement that we can not just keep being good at software in the US, but maybe we can go figure out how to like get good at semiconductor fab again, get good at like robotic factories to make data centers again, get good at building new energy. And that is a vibe shift.
Right.
And I think, again, I don't think these people agree with the president on everything, nor do they agree with the last president on everything, but like, I think it's good to try to find the things that you can collaborate on and drive towards something you believe in.
So this is a man who, the open AI, he's one of the people or his system will be used to bring forth that digital infrastructure. And what he's saying, now that Trump in office, He agreed with what we agree with. The old Biden administration, they wasn't with it. They was with rainbow flag supporters and women being generals in the army. But now Trump with this. We put money towards it. In other words, it's about to happen, man. You got anything else to talk about before we play this last vid? You on mute. You on mute.
Okay, my bad. I was saying, go ahead.
Okay, Con, we'll go ahead and get into it. Now, again, a shout out to Elder Ariala, you know, for highlighting this video. I know that Tazapá said he was on it already as well. But there's some good information, man. This from the video page, one that can see, and his page keep getting struck, right? But we're going to play this video. It says, warning, they just said that the Stargate project promises, check this out, promises under the skin surveillance healthcare. What is Stargate? You got it.
Right. That's go ahead. Yep. Go into it.
I was about to say, what is Stargate? We just played the video. Trump right here announcing the Stargate project, and who he brought up, the tech billionaires. That's what he did. You see? It's
my friend Massa.
And what is
Massa. Go ahead.
Yeah, how you say it? Or how you spell it?
What's that?
Massa?
Yeah, Masayyoshi. Masa Yoshi.
Okay.
That's the Asian dude.
Yeah, he Asian, right. Yeah, and then you see they in the mix. Yeah. That thou art partaker of her hope, you know, thou Asia, who are partaker of her hope. They right there in the mix. You know, he probably spying and everything, reporting back to China. Yeah, bro, it's deep. The shit, I got to call it like it is. The shit is deep. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's go ahead and play it. So again, the Stargate project, this one is going, now we see, go ahead, you got it.
Yeah, you got Stargate. It. What is a Stargate? That was my point anyway, what I want to say. Well, yeah, they got these things and it's a movie and all of that. Let me put it this way. A Stargate would give you access to what? Gates give access, right? So a Stargate would give you access to what? The stars, right? Mm-hmm. Stargate. And then that was the movie about, traveling through space. So in essence, what is that? A tower that reaches to heaven.
Man, come. Man.
Well, I mean, you talk about Stargate, this is just the symbolism that they use, but it's Babylonian symbolism. I know this shit when I hear it.
A digital Tower of Babel.
Yeah, it's a digital Tower of Babel that they're constructing. But yeah, brother, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Go ahead.
Now that's cool. A digital Tower of Babel. That's what we really seeing, man.
That's what it is.
Esau and
yeah, they playing God. They sitting here playing God, and when you hear, like you were saying about Noah, Yuval, Haval, Noah, Harari, however it go, it's sinister. These people are sinister, and they want to play God, but be demons. You know, demonic gods. And so, right, so they creating a Stargate. This is their heaven. That's why the Lord asked in Isaiah 14:12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? That's in reference to what Yahushua getting ready to do in just a few. That was in reference to when Yahushua put that foot in their ass. And the Lord is asking, you know, sarcastically, how art thou fallen? You was the man.
We've got ones that can.
You had everybody in the earth shook. What happened? You was unmovable. You said you were going to set your nest among the stars, remember? And look at your ass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's getting ready to happen. But go ahead, brother.
I want to bring out a quick precept. We ain't bring out one in a minute, but this going to lead perfectly into that video we about to play. And Baba Kashai, if y'all can't stick around for this video, some amazing information. But it's this 2 Thessalonians, real quick. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means. For that day, and when you go into it, verse 1 and 2 is talking about Yahweh Shai coming back. So it says for that day, the day Yahweh Shai coming back, it says, shall not come except. Apostle Paul, by the name of two things that must happen before Yahweh Shai could come back. He said, except there come a falling away first, which we fell away beginning at 70 AD. You know, ultimately it really played out over here, mainly in America, but we fell away from who we were. Now we coming back. That happened. What's the next thing? And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. That's another thing that must happen before Yahweh Shai could come back. That's why all this information is coming out on Esau, his plans, the C-HIP, the digital system, so on and so forth. It's time for him to be exposed. Why? And this is about to go into the thought process of this man as we go into the miracles. He think he about to change the world with this digital, system. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worship, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is God. And man, in this video, Yuval Noah Harari gonna say, we don't need no little God of the Bible no more.
They say it. Exactly. Yep.
Because he think he God, because now the Lord gave you, Wi-Fi 2.0. It says, remember ye not, this Apostle Paul speaking. He's telling the church of Thessalonica this. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, right? And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. It's the time. It's the point I want though. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. What that mean? Esau began to rule in a Greek, by way of the Greeks and Alexander the Great. And Apostle Paul, him and Yahweh Shai, John the Baptist, all of them was in a Roman captivity. Yahweh Shai was in captivity too, under the Romans. The point is, they was been doing all that. Esau been showing his wickedness back then. But Apostle Paul said there's gonna come a time when he gonna have to be revealed though. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out the way. And now the Lord about to take this man out the way. But this is the point I want. Verse 8, 9, and 10. And then shall that wicked be revealed, Esau, Edom, according to Malachi 1 and 4. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. That's the prophets. Constantly doing videos day in and day out. Exposing these. Exposing them. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Us speaking these things into existence is going to lead to Yahweh Shai coming and really do a physical damage to Esau. And that's the real point. Even him, which is Esau, right? The so-called white man, even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. We finally at this point. Now that he about to show himself, it's going to be along with wrath and fake wonders, fake power. You see? Because, Esau used to giving smoke screens or pushing out something that don't a distraction, and he doing stuff behind the scenes. This is the thing. He know he ain't got time to be behind the scenes no more. That's why the elites, Klaus Schwab, just come out and say, yeah, in 2020, this year we about to start a digital system. Yeah, they ain't got time to be behind the scenes no more. The point is, right here says, when Esau come with those lying wonders, even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. At the time we going back to being behind the scenes, because in the time we coming in, the smoke screens ain't gonna work. People ain't gonna believe it. Like the old magicians in Egypt, they said, well, look, we can't do that shit no more, Pharaoh. The point is, now that Esau, when he coming down with great wrath, since the smoke screens ain't gonna work, guess what's gonna work now on the people? The miracles, the digital system, right? Or you was paralyzed, put this digital C-HIP in your head, you go walk again. That's gonna be the new smoke screen, man. While he doing his wickedness, a digital system and a better way of life will be put into these people's face so where they go think it's all good. It's a lying wonder, man. Even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. That's all I had. You won't get into the video unless you had something else?
No. You can play that beautiful bean footage.
Come on, let's get it.
We've got ones that can see, and that would be everybody listening to this channel. I need to talk about the Stargate project because they're starting to let more and more information out about what they're doing, but they also want to dupe the public into thinking.
Like I promise you, I'm not gonna stop at Advertiser Pod. If you have anything, then Baba Kashab. But this is the Stargate project. Trump and these tech billionaires, beginning this system. So this what it's really about.
Thinking it's one thing versus what it really is. And of course, this is a tactic that they always have to use. People are afraid, people don't understand. So they give you a little bit of an understanding without specifically telling you what they're doing. But I will show you specifically what they are doing. And before I get into that, everybody out there, please make sure, if you haven't yet, subscribe to my other channel, Sheeple. It's not really, but I'll put up some content over there, build it out like Larry Ellison and Sam Altman to talk about what the Stargate project is, knowing that the majority of people out there don't understand AI, but they're being told that AI is already a big part of their lives because now they're linking in Google searches and other things that people rely on the internet and saying, well, AI is really doing that. As most of you have noticed, Google searches now give you AI as the top answer, right? You get an AI overview instead of the top page that usually comes up when you do a Google search. So now people are being conditioned into, oh, well, it's like the Google search. It's not really that big of a deal, but it is a big deal. And Larry Ellison talking about,
and you pointed it out first some weeks ago about that AI overview. And I spoke, it might have been last week, I spoke about that. You know how shit, yeah, the internet is gone, pretty much. And I had watched the documentary on it, dude. That's how I know. It had been for a long time. Google was just repeating searches. They'll give you about 3, maybe 4 pages of different shit. Then after that 4th or that 5th page, it would just repeat. And it wasn't, it was restricting access. And this was some years back. And now that's what he's going into. So yeah, he's basically, it's the receipt of what I said last week. There really ain't no more internet. It's just gonna be what the AI wants you to have or to know. And that is a scary place. We're in a scary place, man. We're in the famine of the word almost. But yeah, brother. And then haven't you been looking? Oh, that one video, that's when you brought it up. That one video, I think it was that same show. That video they took down the same day.
Oh yeah, yep.
They taking, the internet is being scrubbed. But go ahead,
And they banned our last live show that we did last week, going into the
They gonna ban this one.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna make them ban it. You don't have to ban me because I'm gonna speak the truth.
That's right.
We follow your guidelines. We've been respectful. So, it ain't like we just being belligerent. We follow the guidelines. But it's gonna come to a point to where they gonna let you know you don't have that right. And I know what time it is. But people talking about, oh, you got your rights and all of this. The Constitution been null and void. But they've been letting us operate under the color of Constitution. But now that's getting ready to be done away with. Go ahead.
Yeah, Yuval Noah Harari go send this video once they come with this digital system, and ain't gonna be no reason for a Democratic Party, Republic. Ain't gonna be no reason for no government.
Exactly. And that's what you was playing before. Like you said, setting it up. Yeah, all of this is the Doge is to this. I said that from day one. It's to cut all of this extra shit. They don't need it no more. They don't need all these departments and agencies and all of these bodies. But you got it out. It's funny because we've been saying it. All right. But go ahead.
Affected. You might remember Larry Ellison on day 1 of Donald Trump taking over, talking about those personalized custom mRNA vaccines to cure cancer. And the majority of people went, whoa, they're talking about vaccine. Oh boy. But of course, all it takes right after that is Donald Trump to come out and say men will play men's sport, women will play women's sports, for those people to forget about it, for those people to say, he's pushing that again. I thought he was over all that stuff with Operation Warp Speed. And they continue to put these little traps in place to get people's attention away from what they're actually doing, which is building out AI governance, which is the structure of the New World Order, which is everything, again, that they discuss at the World Economic Forum, the United Nations. This is the Tower of Babel rebuilt through artificial intelligence. So they want to explain.
He said it. I didn't know he said that. I didn't know he said that.
And it's funny, I watched this video earlier, but I don't even remember him saying that, though.
And I'm watching it at work. So, I'm catching the gist and the overall, but, I couldn't just lock in. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I didn't know he was going to say that.
Yeah, that's
heavy. Crazy, bro.
It's heavy. Yeah, because when you said it to me, I was like, just coming from the job on the way home. But I don't remember him saying that. That's the spirit then. That's what's happening then. That's what's happening.
Man.
Positions will be to healthcare. And what he says is that, well, what's going to happen is, you go in the doctor's office, everyone's like, yeah. And, they go through their folders and they see the stuff that you were in there for last time and your health history. And, they check your blood pressure. All AI is doing is just giving another eye on it, right? And so people go, oh, okay, it's interesting. So what does it mean? Well, he'll tell you that artificial intelligence is just listening in, right? Which should be, something that should ring bells in people's minds immediately to say, wait, AI is listening to a conversation I'm having with a doctor, right? But they're so used to this now with all the devices that they've allowed into their home that they don't really care if AI is listening or not. These narcissists just say things like, I'm not hiding anything anyway, so go ahead, spy on me, right? So they're going to ease people in to AI healthcare with stuff like this by saying what you're about to hear, where AI is listening, and all it's going to do is give the doctor recommendations so that you can get the best care. And these people will eat it up hook, line, and sinker. But what he's really talking about is getting under the skin, which I'll get into.
I heard that. I'm going to let him play. So you're pushing on the AI going to be this big healthcare thing to where it's going to benefit you. It's going to be convenient. You have all your information and all that on there. It's going to benefit you. But the catch is this new tech got to go under your skin.
And I got to go back to what you just said. They don't have all that time to incorporate the system and get you acclimated to it. They don't have time to gradually cut that heat up. They just finna throw you in the fire with this. It's gonna come out the blocks. Yeah, they have been grooming people, but now they finna turn the heat full blaze right now. Go ahead.
That's right.
These clips. So here he is trying to convince people it's not a bad thing. It's just an extra set of ears on the conversation. And then again, the doctor can go to your DNA, which is unique to you, right? Again, true crimes are the best way for me to explain it. These crimes that you constantly see solved by what? DNA. They can find the person. They can pinpoint the one individual, even if they weren't a suspect, based on his blood being at the crime scene, based on his DNA being there, because he has his own specific DNA. They want to alter that specific DNA.
And that's what Klaus Schwab said. The fourth industrial revolution ain't just going to change the world. It's going to change the people. They want to merge man with machine, alter your DNA with digital tech, man.
This is everything to do with man and machine becoming one. Here's Fox News trying to comfort and get conservatives to accept what they're doing with Project Stargate and the AI healthcare system.
I'm gonna let this play. So what they gonna go into first is a smoke screen. They're gonna get on the news, Fox News, and say, yeah, this tech can help y'all out. But after this, he gonna go into what it's really for. Why is Doge a government agency now? What's the reason Trump in office? Where is this going?
And let him go in, and then let me go in.
I'm gonna let it play from here on out.
What can come out of this as far as healthcare and other things?
Hey, just let me know if you got something, because I'm gonna just let it play.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in after he finishes.
Okay, Con.
Head around AI, but not fully. Well, when you go to the hospital these days, if you're using a modern system, using a modern system, the doctor will get a little note written by AI describing what the purpose of the appointment. And then that note will have your latest lab tests and so the doctor is prepared when they meet with the patient. The AI will actually listen to the conversation between the doctor and the patient and make recommendations and improve the likelihood that the patient's going to get a high quality of care. It's easier for the doctor. It's better outcomes for the patient. It's really a revolution in medicine, but it's a revolution in many other industries as well. Medicine just touches us all.
Larry, why on this day one do you think you decided to do this? I assume you've been working on it for a long time.
We have been working on it for a long time. The first data centers are actually under construction in Texas already, and we'll be turning them over to Sam to start training their next model. The data center we already built, it was the largest computer ever built. The data center we're building will surpass it and be the largest computer ever built, which enables this AI, which will allow personalized medicine. This is going to touch all of us. Yes, it takes a huge investment, but the result of the investment will be vaccines that prevent cancers, personalized medicine, where we never again run into a problem like COVID-19 before, because we get an early warning. We know when COVID starts, when there are a handful of patients, rather than having to wait until it's become an epidemic and very difficult to control. This is a very large investment that affects all of humanity.
Can I ask the three of you just really quickly to get a sense of where you see the economy? There seems to be this optimism, or like the yoke is being released as far as regulation and business to flourish. Is that fair? Is that a fair assessment? How do you see it?
I think so.
This is the beginning of golden age.
So again, the majority of people only heard what you heard in the first clip and aren't able to grasp anything that he's actually saying. When he's talking about AI listening to you, that this is going to change healthcare, that's just to ease you.
Most maritime workers don't realize there's a deadline.
It's like bad.
Shit, I'm lost.
The attorneys, we've recovered millions.
Ease you into accept it. But eventually what you'll find out is that in addition to these personalized vaccines, which will edit your DNA and change what you are and change who you are, as they've told us over and over.
And they saying the juice, but it's going to lead to the MOTB being under your skin. They just need a reason to sound good for going under your skin.
Over again. He mentioned early warning signs, right? He said things like, well, because of what happened with COVID, early warning signs this time around with AI will be able to detect this and we'll be able to stop the spread. So you sit there and you think to yourself, well, how would it be able to detect it? Well, they're talking about detecting it because they will be under your skin. If you didn't notice, when they were pushing COVID, they were pushing under the skin surveillance, taking your temperature everywhere you went, making you contact trace. Remember that? With your phones, who you're near, telling you who's by you, who might have been in contact with somebody who had it before. And then you might have to quarantine because you went to Chuck E. Cheese and somebody at Chuck E. Cheese brushed a shoulder with somebody who might have been affected, and so on and so forth. This under the skin surveillance spread and became normal, and standing 6 feet apart, etc. I'm going to play for you these clips that explain exactly what they're doing with AI healthcare. This goes back to Yuval Harari. It goes back to the World Economic Forum, them telling you openly, imagine if these people were able to be under your skin. They can detect diseases, sure. But how about being able to detect emotions? How about being able to detect through the television how you're feeling when you're hearing certain news reported? It's about monitoring and full-on surveillance of every single thing that's going on under your skin. How do you think that this stuff is going to happen without artificial intelligence? They'll ease you in by saying that AI could save lives. A doctor misdiagnosed someone, but thankfully AI was in the room, and the AI recorded the whole conversation and gave its own analysis, which was different than the human doctor. And guess what? The AI detected something that the human doctor didn't. And because of the AI, this person had their life saved. They would have died in a few weeks because they were misdiagnosed. But AI doesn't miss diagnoses, right? And people say, that's great, that's wonderful. They'll keep hearing propaganda like that. And eventually they'll start bringing up what Larry just brought up and talking about, hey, we could prevent having lockdowns and quarantines and all this other stuff if AI has access underneath your skin, because you'll be able to do all these things that you could do with the Fitbit, just more. You'll be able to track not just your heart rate and your steps. We'll be able to track your white blood cell count, your red blood cell count, any pathogens that might be in your body, any cancer that could be in there. This will be able to detect it for you. You'll be having your own personal doctor inside of your body. And that's ultimately what they're getting at when they talk about AI healthcare, is that AI is inside of you, changing your genetic code and what it means to be a human. This is called under the skin surveillance, and they're not hiding it.
COVID is critical because this is what convinces people to accept, to legitimize.
I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna let it play. This is Yuval Noah Harari. Look how proud these Edomites talking about the digital system.
Ultimately, what they're getting at when they talk about AI healthcare is that AI is inside of you, changing your genetic code and what it means to be a human. This is called under the skin surveillance, and they're not hiding it.
COVID is critical because this is what convinces people to accept, to legitimize total biometric surveillance. If we want to stop
you see right there, they tell you, if you listen, that's on YouTube, right? Anybody can pull that up. He just told you what COVID was. It should be pitchforks and torches in the streets. Back that up a little bit. He said COVID was to convince the people that they need this. So he just laid it out there. Go ahead.
What it means to be a human. This is called under the skin surveillance, and they're not hiding it.
COVID is critical because this is what convinces people to accept, to legitimize total biometric surveillance. If we want to stop this epidemic, we need not just to monitor people, we need to monitor what's happening under their skin, their body temperature. Like we walked in here, we had to go through a body temperature test. No, I think maybe in a couple of decades when people look back, the thing they will remember from the COVID crisis is this is the moment when everything went digital. And if this was the moment when everything became monitored, that we agreed to be surveyed all the time, not just in authoritarian regimes, but even in democracies. And maybe most importantly at all, this was the moment when surveillance started going under the skin. The biometric sensor.
We're talking about CV. Remember when we was on lockdown and we came out the lockdown. Now when you went into a restaurant, ain't no more menus. Hit that QR code. Things went digital. Other businesses started shutting down and going digital now. So he's saying that was the beginning of the world going digital. And we clearly see it was. It was.
And we said it.
Yep.
We called that. Great Millstone called it. You know? But hey, you got it out.
Now that's it. So now
and then, by the way, that acronym, COVID, Certificate of Vaccination Identification. 19. What is 19? A is the 1, I is the 9. Certificate of Vaccination ID, AI. That's what it is. And he just told you out of his mouth, that's what it is. It was to get you to accept getting this in your body. COVID was to get you to accept, in other words, that scamdemic was to get you to accept them putting that tech in you. And y'all went for it, hook, line, and sinker. He telling you, you got it out.
The thing, it's the gadget, it's the technology that converts biological data into digital data that can be analyzed by computers. And having the ability to really monitor people under the skin.
Bro, think about what these people saying under the skin. That's Revelation 13. Charagma, no, it's Charagma. You know, for
all day.
They talk about the seal. Now they saying the juice, right? But we know what's the end game. They want a C-hip under people, man.
And I got a clip.
The biggest
this is Musk's nanny. And she said he did something so horrific, the whole family had to flee Africa as a child. But she asked somebody in the family, near to the family, Was he the Antichrist? You know, they believe that one figure gonna come up, you know, that false doctrine. But she asked the woman, she didn't know no better, was Elon the Antichrist? And the woman told her, no, he's not the Antichrist, but he will bring in the mark. I'm gonna do a video on the video. That's what the woman told her. He's not the Antichrist, which he is a Antichrist and Antichrist. But she said his specific purpose was to bring in the MOTB. Coming from his people. So they know, that's like you were saying earlier, they know who they are and they're locked at this particular time. And they all in on it, from Trump on down. But go ahead, brother, go ahead.
Danger of all. With this kind of surveillance, I mean, you watch the big president, the big leader, gives a speech on television. The television could be monitoring you and knowing whether you're angry or not, just by analyzing the cues, the biological cues coming from your body. So now people are now watching us online, all over the world, this conversation. Now, maybe even right now, the people who are watching us are being watched and analyzed. And you know, the thing is, it's not just you're now watching this. The thing is, we know that you are watching this, and we also know how you feel.
Hey, how much more the prophets? They know what we be on.
Are you angry about what you hear? Are you frightened? Are you bored? This is the kind of power that Stalin didn't have. You know, when Stalin gave a speech, everybody, of course, clapped their hand and smiled. Now, how do you know what they really think about Stalin? It's very difficult. You can't have a KGB agent following everybody all the time. Even if you do it, he's just watching your outside behavior. He doesn't really know what's happening in your mind. But in 10 years, the future Stalins of the 21st century, they could be watching the minds, the brains of all the population all the time. And also they will have the computing power to analyze all that. You know, it's not just having an agent following everybody all the time. The agent in Stalin's days writes a paper report.
Beings. To hack human beings, you need a lot
of the crucial steps, even in democratic countries.
The really big thing is hacking human beings. To hack human beings, you need a lot of biological knowledge, a lot of computing power, and especially a lot of data. If you have enough data about me and enough computing power and biological knowledge, you can hack my body, my brain, my life. You can reach a point when you know me better than I know myself. And once you reach that point, and we are very close to that point, then democracy, the free market as we have, and actually all political systems, also authoritarian regimes, we have no idea what happens once you pass that point.
Oh shit! See that once they come with that digital system,
we've got ones that can see.
There will be no need for a government.
That's the gist of it. I want to go to the 27 mark.
Come.
And we can get ready to close out. We'll go out in Revelation 13.
And Akim and Aqua out there, Baba Kashah, go watch this whole video. We ain't hitting on the whole one. Go watch this whole video. Some good information they gonna say. Now we gonna skip, but go watch this whole video. It's in the description box. You must about 26, 50.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
People scared, and then they feel comfortable with AI. Body will eat it up because all it takes is conditioning through time. Right? Good enough propaganda.
You can go back maybe 25.
Scared, and then they feel comfortable with AI and all the stuff I said that'll happen beforehand. How AI will save lives through giving doctors information that they couldn't find on their own. And then they'll say, you know, it's like my own personalized doctor. That's under my skin. Right. And it'll be editing what's under your skin and monitoring what's under your skin. And as Yuval and all these psychopaths openly said, under the skin surveillance. That's what they're attempting with biometrics. And they have the technology in place. It's in place. It's ready to go. In fact, some people already have this under their skin without realizing. Of course, we all know that. A lot of people already have the surveillance, but a lot of people also don't have it. We saw the trial run where people were allowing this inside their body and are being tracked and monitored under their skin. But there's a large portion of the population that also does not have this monitoring and surveilling under their skin, even though I know a lot of you believe that via the nanotech and the smart dust that they have the ability to do this already, but they don't have a direct pathway into your bloodstream without you allowing them to shoot it into your bloodstream.
That's what I wanted.
Everything they can.
That's exactly what Apostle Tahar said.
Surveillance. So the technology is here. It's
You got it.
Yeah, no, that was exactly what Apostle Tahar said. No, you don't have. They can't just, sneak it on you. You have to willingly accept this. You have to allow them to do it. And this is what he's saying. He said, yeah, the nano dust and all that ain't enough, right? Because what this mark actually is the motherboard to run the system. Look up body area networks. Body area network, BAN, and it's a network of sensors within the body. They say on or in, but we just heard what they want. All right, Ferrari told you what they want. They need it in, so it's going to be a network of sensors in you. Well, guess what? The juice it laid the foundation for that. That's what the graphene and the hydrogel is. A part of that body area network. So now they got to get that motherboard in you. It's a motherboard, which they'll have access to because they'll have the frequency to all of it, all of the marks. That's why they say we need the computing power. Everybody, chip has to have its own separate frequency for them to do what they want to do. So they need a heavy computing power to keep up with all of these frequencies and to manage and control, all these different people at all these different times. So this is where we are. Yeah, they getting ready to come with it. They ready to come with it. I think it's a little bit more on there.
Kind of I played the Apostle Aram Lab. He said he put the Stargate sounds like the movie Elysium.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Hey, Shalom, Apostle Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabarakatah. Man, we'll be out there soon.
Come on. And when
man. Cause it's a little bit more on that, and then we'll get into Revelation.
Okay, Con.
Because I want to, and I'm glad the Apostle on because he can bear witness what I'm getting ready to go into. But go ahead,
And for those out there who may not know the movie Elysium, the rich, they kept the poor in a lower state on earth while they I guess entered into their golden age or the age of Aquarius, in space or whatever. But when you look at that, the elites in the movie, they stopped at nothing to keep their privileges. That's what we seeing. They're gonna fight to the end to try to keep their privileges. That's what we seeing, man. But I played though. You got it.
It's just a matter of conditioning. That's what this is all about. That's what all the things that they do is about. It's about conditioning you into accepting. The longer you hear it, the more you're just eventually going to go, whatever. Desensitize, condition over and over. Then start removing other options. Oh, well, now there's a shortage of doctors. But thankfully, that AI healthcare that was listening in the last time you went to the doctor, they know all your info, and you could just press a button on your phone and contact your AI doctor. And little by little, that's how it'll go, right? There'll be a shortage of doctors. There'll be just like, the air traffic control, perfect example to compare it to, right? Well, there's a shortage of air traffic controllers all of a sudden all over America. Who knew? Who knew, right? All of a sudden there's none anywhere. You could just look it up. Ohio, Chicago, after all the crashes that just occurred. Well, we need a solution to that. Well, we have it. It's AI air control, air traffic control. Oh, great, right? Same thing. You'll hear whatever excuse they make up. Oh, doctors don't want to do it anymore. Doctors are stressed. Doctors are seeing that AI knows more than they know. And little by little, oh, it's so hard to get an appointment with your doctor. You're sick right now and you can't get an appointment for 3 weeks. Well,
so that's the point.
And get your AI doctor.
He just saying how they, basically gonna roll it out. They'll have the doctor there with the AI assistant, and then it'll come to the point and it won't be no human doctor there. We've seen it. Just like you call people now, you deal with recordings or shit,
Yeah,
they got us accustomed to not having the human element. So now here we are. Yeah, it's gonna be easy to pass that by, But what I wanted to speak about is you remember that was about 2016 when Nate came out and said, "It's June, ain't no microchip."
Yep.
I believe that was about 2016. That summer. I believe that's when that was. Now the reason he said that at that point in time, because for the previous 2, maybe 3 years, we was going hard on the MOT. We going hard now, but we was going hard due to Obamacare. And so it's no mystery they speaking about medical AI, because what we was bringing out, the only ones with Great Millstone bringing that out. I don't know if they got the correct timestamp on that video, but you see a date?
From this was put out 6
no,
hours
no,
ago.
on Nate's.
Oh, Bishop Nate. Now that's a snippet from
That's okay.
Yeah, that's a snippet. It was put out 3 years ago. That's the Barack Obama, his page. But now it was a long time ago that he actually did that video. I can't find the original. He probably deleted it. Bishop Nate.
Yeah, cause we was crunk. Great Millstone was crunk because Obamacare came out. All right, and I remember that it was almost every week in Houston. We were going into Revelation 13. So this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says, "And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." All right, and that mark, when you go into it in the Greek, is charagma, or what is it? Charagma.
No, it's charagma. So like I had
to. But they go into something inserted, right? And then you go into the roots and you get a deeper understanding, all right? Because you go from charagma to charax. And then you get into palisade, all right? It's going to bring you to palisade. Palisade is the instrument that they're going to use to implement the mark. It's going to be a syringe, all right? That syringe is a palisade, all right? A medical grade palisade. And then you go to the root of that, grapho, and it actually tells you what the mark is for. And the grapho is to write. And look what they're using. Like I said, the base of it, the foundation of this tech working is graphene. Grapho, graphene, it's all right there. When when you're in obedience and the Lord opens your eyes, you see it, it's laid out clear as day. So right, you got the charagma, and that's something inserted or an imprinted mark. Then to charax, the root of that, charax, and then you go into palisade, huh?
No, I'm listening. I didn't say nothing.
All right, then you get palisade, all right, which is like normally a wood with a point, like a pencil is a palisade, could be a palisade. But that would be the instrument or the tool that's going to be used to implement. And then you go to the root of that, grapho, Yep, that's Palisades.
It looks just like the syringe for the sea help.
And remember, they got that fire where it started off, or the brunt of it was in the Palisades. You see? But you go to the root of well, the root of Karax is grapho, and it means to write. And that's what they're going to be doing. It's going to contain your information. All right. So they'll be able to read the digital writing on your MOTB, your mark. You know, and they're going to be able to read it through that body area network, that them sensors that's going to be feeding back information, receiving and feeding them information. So that's mark, as the brother showed you up on the screen. So it says again, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. What did Larry Ellison say?
Mm-hmm.
Through medicine, we can touch everybody. And he said it again, he backdoored it and said, we need to be able to touch everybody. All right? He's causing all. And he said through medicine, yeah, because y'all done made everybody sick for the last 30, 40, 50 so years. So yeah, everybody need medicine. And this is what brought me to that great millstone. We was the only one, because I was saying for years, yeah, because I heard a video. Hadn't seen it since, forgot the woman's name. But she coined the term, at least she was the first that I heard to use the term medical martial law. And up until that point, I had been saying that, you know, that's going to be big. Y'all going to, you know, if y'all ain't right with the Most High, you're going to get that mark mainly because of your medicines. And then Obamacare came out, and we at Great Millstone was the only ones going into that. All right. And I had go and dust off my notes to find it. If you look up House Resolution 3200, that's the resolution that brought in Obamacare. Now that's over 1,000 pages long, or I would have went to it. But it's subtitle C-11, section 2521, and it tells you that it makes provision for just this, what I just read. It makes provision for that. Class A or type 1, some type of medical implantable device. It's there in Obamacare. So now this is why they bring in all of this. This was at least a decade ago. And now that they bringing all of this about, is going back to, it was already Isaiah 10:1, grievousness, which was prescribed back in Obamacare, back during Obama's administration. All right, this was prescribed, pre-written, and now it's coming to fruition under B.J. Trump's administration. We're here. Great Millstone was the only one told you about this over a decade ago, so that you could prepare yourself in your house and get your shit in order. Now I'm saying that because the doors of grace have not fully shut. And if the Lord is working with you at all, you should be able to see clearly right now who he's dealing with. This is about to get serious. That's why I'm keep pushing Great Millstone. We were the ones. And this ain't about this ain't about hype, who the best. This ain't about that. This is serious. They getting ready to roll on us. So verse 17 says, let me read 16 again. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. All you niggas locked up, you ain't gonna have no choice. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast. You know, because to buy or sell, you got to be a part of society or accepted within the society. And that's what that mark is about. You either in or you out. The mark gets you in. But that ain't nothing you want to be in on. All right. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, which in the Greek is chi xi stigma. Now you can go into that, you know, which brothers do, but when you look at that word stigma, where you get stigmata, it means to prick. And here's the thing: when you take this mark, you taking the stigma or the stigmata of the beast, which is death. You mark for death. That's what the mark is the mark of death, and it ain't no getting out of it. You get this mark, you write in the contract that you're going to fulfill in blood, period. It's got to be fulfilled with your blood. Now the Lord set up a new covenant where we can come in under Yahweh's blood. You niggas don't want that. So get this mark and pay with your own blood. But you're going to have to pay for the transgressions that were under the first covenant. We will not let off the hook. We're still on the hook. This is why Yahweh is needed. And if you don't want Yahweh, then pay with your own blood. It don't make me no difference. I done told you. Your blood ain't on me. And that's it. I'm good, brother.
Just real quick, Elder Tazapah, and that's all. I ain't got nothing else. But you was going into stigma, and it had the root word which goes and it says from a primary stezo to stick or to prick. And I just went into that definition of prick, a quick Google definition, and tell how it's crazy how people deny that this prophecy in Revelation 13 when they say it's not the sea help. How? It's so obvious. How? What else is it than sin? Sin. Even Bishop Nathan, when they say, yeah, the sea hip is sin, so if you buying and selling, you sinning. But I thought they kept the law right. I thought they kept the law perfect, but they go buy and sell every day, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Except Friday to Saturday, right? As they Sabbath.
Yeah, that's right. If you buying and selling,
if you buying it, if sin is the sea hip, and in order for you to buy and sell, you have to have this sea hip, bro. We buy and sell. Not calling you, bro, I'm just saying in general. Yeah. But we buy and sell every day, even IUIC. So do that mean y'all have the mark? It don't make sense. No, anyway, when you go into that word prick, it says make to, and this would happen with the sea hip when you get that digital grain of rice in you. It says to make a small hole in something with a sharp point palisade.
A palisade, that's it.
With a sharp point, pierce slightly right under the skin. Right under the skin.
You need to get it under the skin.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I got another quick one at a time. That's all I got. What it is? Revelation 15. When it going to those who took the sea up, go have a sword. Up here it is. Okay. I just want to get this real quick. That's all I got.
Go on.
Revelation 16. I'm gonna start at 1. The point is in 2. Revelation 16 and 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, "Go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth." Now that's the point. Verse 16. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast. So people who get this C-hip, they gonna get a reaction from it, for lack of better words, and it ain't gonna be
definitely.
good.
That's right. At
It's
all.
gonna be a
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's gonna be if the C-hip brought a reaction. What you think this gonna bring? If you got people dying from not the C-hip or the juice, you know, right? The juice. What you think this is gonna bring? But the point I want to get, it says in the first went out and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. I want to go into this. So this is the people who have the C-hip, right? Now check this out. I want to go into that word. I think it's grievous. I ain't going to it in a minute. Is it grievous or is it noisome? No, I think it's sore. Let's see. Yep, so it's sore. Let's go into the word sore. So they're gonna have a noisome and grievous sore. When you go into the word sore, it's G1668 Helcos. Check this out. It says a wound, right? What's gonna come by what? Yep. A palisade being stuck in you, but it says a wound producing a discharge of pulse, a sore, or an ulcer. I want to take this definition of ulcer and we're gonna Google this. Ulcer, I don't want the AI review. Ulcer. This how an ulcer is caused: an open sore or an external on top of your skin or internal surface of the body caused by what? Caused by a break in the skin. Chiragma. No, it's charagma. Your skin gonna be punctured, man, with this digital grain of rice. It's gonna be punctured by the what? By the palisade. By the palisade. And now I'm showing this wooden beam palisade because that's where they get the palisade from, right? But what's the modern palisade? I'm gonna type it in again. RFID chip. This the modern day palisade. This the point that's gonna prick you right here and put this device in your skin. Where is that? I just need a syringe. Where is that? I just have
right there. Yeah.
Right here. This the modern day palisade. Right here. Modern day palisade. See that sharp tip? Look, just like them wooden palisades. That's what's gonna prick your skin. It says a sharp point. No, that's not it. It says ulcer, which is caused by a break in the skin. Your skin, come on, man, you will be punctured. This, if it's not talking about the MOTB, what else is it talking about then? I mean, if it's not talking about the C here, what else is it talking about then? But that's all I got out of Tazapod. That's it.
I'm good too, brother. I got to bring this out. There was a guy. He got some birds, some yard birds, you know, El Pollo, and he found out, you know, with this banning the eggs and all of this bird flu. He found out they're giving it to him in the feed. They're getting it from the feed. Now that take me back to Noah Yuval Harari, because he also said, and I was hoping he was going to say it in that segment, but he said somewhere, I heard it a while back, that they want to get this platform, all right, the Myrna platform in everything. So that's why I'm saying we already here. We know they're putting it in our food. I hear everybody, you know, I'm hearing people coughing all the time, people sick and shit. But yeah, they putting it in the animals' feed now. And I noticed that they using that Myrna platform. You know, so I just wanted to put that out there because, you know, some people listen to us got, you know, they got the yard birds and stuff. But yeah, that's going to affect us on all levels because they did tell us they was going to put it in everything. So yeah, this is where we are. They doing it, you know, using their technology to deceive, as the scripture told us they would. But yeah, that was it.
Salaki the Tazapod. I'm gonna just play a little bit more of Yuval. Just as man.
Data might enable human elites to do some mysterious souls. We are now hackable animals. Data might enable human elites to do something even more radical than just build digital dictatorships. By hacking organisms, elites may gain the power to re-engineer the future of life itself. Because once you can hack something, you can usually also engineer it. And if indeed we succeed in hacking and engineering life, this will be not just the greatest revolution in the history of humanity. This will be the greatest revolution in biology since the very beginning of life 4 billion years ago. For 4 billion years, nothing fundamental changed in the basic rules of the game of life. All of life for 4 billion.
Yeah, he could go into it. It ain't been no 4 billion years either. But I was trying to find a point when he said we don't need the God. We don't need God no more. We could do this ourselves. We God. We could become God. Just to show you the pride of Esau, you know. But you can take us out.
Another thing he said was real proud. He said, you know, in the past we've had natural selection to, you know, to guide the course of humanity. He said, but now we have intelligent selection. We can do it, you know, as if, you know, what, I mean, you look around, the works of the Most High is mind-blowing. But that's not intelligent. That's natural design or natural selection. But when we do it, that's intelligent design. Yeah, these people got to go, man. I'm sick of them.
Come on, man.
They got to fucking go. But that's it. That was it.
For 4 billion years, nothing fundamental changed. Evolution by natural selection with evolution by intelligent design. Not the intelligent
design. Right there.
It is right there. And I think you will say
go back a little bit.
And I think you're gonna say the God part after that.
Yeah.
To the laws of natural selection and to the laws of organic biochemistry. But this is now about to change. Science is replacing evolution by natural selection with evolution by intelligent design. Not the intelligent design of some God above the clouds, but our intelligent design and the intelligent design of our cloud.
Yeah, he's speaking great words. Go ahead. I'm gonna grab it. Go ahead.
But I ain't got nothing else. So I'm whatever you want. I'm pretty much done. You know, I ain't got nothing else. No other point. You want me to continue?
Okay. You can play a little bit. I'm gonna look for that verse right quick.
Okay, Khan.
IBM cloud, the Microsoft cloud, these are the new driving forces of evolution. And at the same time, science.
Daniel 7:25.
Yeah, I got it.
Khan, you got it.
Okay. This is Daniel, chapter 7, verse 24. It says, and the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them. And he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. That's America. All right. Now, Harari he's not American, but a lot of this, as you see, is centered around Babylon. And the 3 kings that were subdued was France, Spain, and Britain. And 25 says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High. Because this is, you know, going into America. And they speak great words against the Most High. But as you see, and as we've been saying, not just this lesson, but in the previous lessons, they've all put their money, even Trump said it, they got their support and money on Trump. Trump represents who? Babylon. So he's the one that's emboldening them right now to have this pride. And it's really Esau. All right. but the horn is America. So it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. And that's fulfilled. Because that basically was from that time and dividing of the times is representing of 350 years. All right. 3.5 centuries. That ended at the peak, like 1969, 1970, but at the peak of his kingdom, Esau's. All right. So basically, we were our term was up, our sentence was served around 1970. Now you say, well, why are we still here? What we've been saying at Great Millstone for years, for grace. Grace and faith have to have their time. So the apostles had to come. They had to give us the gospel. We have to demonstrate our faith. The same time that Esau is going down and plotting and building this technological nightmare that we're in. So now we're going into the hour of temptation. You're right. Yeah, we served our sentence. That's Lamentations 4:21. The punishment of our iniquity is accomplished. That's why the truth came back. We catch hell, but shit, it's really hard to suffer when you got the truth. Not that you don't, but we got one beautiful comfort, and that's this truth. So that was it, brother. I can go on, but we'll cut it right there. You got it.
Now you could take us out, Zaquan. I don't have nothing else.
Oh, okay, I was gonna let you do it, but yes, with that, we pray that you all were edified. We're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory again, for this edification, for the Holy Spirit to flow. All praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and the men that taught them. All right. We've entered into a beautiful legacy. And peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. To the next one, Shalom, man.
Shalom. The water for tuning in. Shalom.